Hey, it's Richard Plunkett here from the Puppet Geek, and today we're checking out Google's Pixel Buds A series. Now, before we kick off, I just want to say thank you for all your support and messages over the last few weeks, and those who did message me over the last few years to see where I was when I was MIA. Now, I might make a video about it in the future, I don't know, but I just want to say thank you, and it means a lot. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit that bell notification button as well. So I picked up these, for myself about a few weeks ago, and I had a chance to play with them for about 3 weeks now. Now, I pre-ordered these from Google for about $159.
Tobias!
The Pixel Bud A series come in either white or olive green. Unfortunately, here in Australia, we've only got white. Now, as a Pixel user, I've always wanted to pick up the original Pixel Buds, but they just didn't really jump at me. Now, the A series was at a perfect price point that wasn't too expensive and suited my budget. Now, before you go and say, Richie, there's so many cheap options out there, I completely agree with you. There are a lot of good choices out there, some as low as like $50. Now, as Google's line of A-series phones would suggest, the A-series Pixel Buds are a more affordable line of earbuds. So what has Google taken away from the original Pixel Buds to come to this $99 price point? Now, the biggest thing of them all is no wireless charging. Now, for some, wireless charging is a must. Now, for me, I don't really care for it, and I'm happy to live without it. Now, one of the features which I was actually surprised was they don't actually have volume controls on the earbuds themselves. So you either need to tell Google to lower the volume and look like a crazy person, or lower it with your phone. Now, you won't be also getting Google's AI attention alerts, like if a tram was coming and you were crossing the road, and Google will let you know that you're going to die, or if a dog was barking in the background or something like that. Now, I can see this being a useful feature, and a really great way for some people to be alerted for certain noises to avoid distractions, but no loss here. But most of the key features that come with the original Pixel Buds carry over to the A series, which is really great. Now, one of the features are, ear detection, which basically pauses and plays music when you take them out. Now, I found this to be a bit iffy depending how I remove them. Now, if I removed both earbuds at the same time, they wouldn't pause and they'll continue playing. But if I removed one, it worked fine. So your uses might vary. Now, Google Assistant built in, which is really nice, works perfectly fine. I actually use it a lot more than I thought I would, which is really nice. From asking what the weather is to making a quick phone call, it just works. If you use Google Assistant, then you'll find it really useful. If you don't, then just don't use it. Now, Bluetooth is quick to pair and is always ready to go, and I haven't had many issues with pairing at all. Like, the first process is really simple. You pair with your phone, and after that, it just works. Now, these aren't waterproof, so that's something to remember, but you will be able to break a sweat in them with no issue. Configuring the earbuds as well is really clean. It gives you a few options to toggle on your phone. Adaptive sound is something I didn't think I would also use, but it's something that I have always on now. It basically turns up your volume or down depending on your surroundings. Bass boost as well speaks for itself, nothing much there. But there's no true EQ controls, which I would love to see Google bring in a later firmware update. This is fine for listening audiobooks or podcasts, but I really love to fine tune them without having to use or download a third-party app. And I think having EQ controls there, even presets, will allow people to really take advantage of these earbuds. Now, comfort-wise, they fit really well, and you sort of pop them in and twist them, and they have that little sort of rubber grommet there that sort of helps them keep them secure. Now, it's not a perfect fit, I found, but it's a pretty good fit for me, and I think your uses might vary, but I haven't had much issues with them. If I shake my head around here, they sit quite fine. Obviously, that's being a bit crazy. I find that sometimes, and I think this is just a me thing, where eventually over time, like one of my earbuds will just pop. I have that with all earbuds, so I just have to sort of just secure it in there. I don't know, do you guys have that issue? But I think if you get the right fit in there, it sits really well. Like, if I'm running around, they're not moving. Now, battery life on these things is a bit meh. Like, you get about 4 to 5 hours of battery life, and that's listening to medium to full volume. Now, also, if I didn't have them in my ear, if I forgot to put them in the charging case, I realized that they don't go on a standby mode or anything like that, and that sometimes would deplete the battery. So just to keep an eye out for that. Now the case though offers about 24 hours of extra battery life, and that's about 15 minutes for a quick charge will give you extra 3 hours of extra listen time if these were dead. Now it's not a major issue, and this is not a major issue for me because I listen to short periods of time. But like if you're taking these on a plane, I don't think these are the right earbuds for you. They're nice, they're really nice for everything else, just not for long periods. I really dig the design of the case. It feels really nice in your hand. It has this sort of matte feel to it. And also it has that satisfying click to it. As you can see there, I mean, if you're one of those people who likes playing around with the charging case, sits really well, doesn't really open as well, which is really good. So if you were to have those earbuds in there, let's pop them in. Like, they're not coming out. Like the magnets hold pretty well. Obviously, if you accidentally drop these on the floor, if the case sort of opens, obviously they might sort of fall out. Now you would have noticed here that there's a little indicator light here. On the original Pixel Buds, you've got two indicator lights, one on the inside and one on the outside. I believe the inside one is the indicator for the buds and the outside is the case. I don't think it's necessary anyways. One is fine. It basically tells you that the case is charged and ready to go. And also when you open it, it gives you a notification on your phone anyways of the battery level. So I don't think it's necessary. Now, like I mentioned a couple of times in the video, unfortunately we don't get ANC with the A series, though I think it would have been pretty impressive if Google did say this has ANC. A lot of budget friendly earbuds these days have ANC. Even they're not great, but they're trying. These Tailtronics here cost me about 50 bucks here in Australia, and they have ANC. They don't do an amazing job at it, but they do not bad at reducing the hiss, the background hiss and stuff, and that's $50. So something like that I would really love to see Google bring, at least in the next model. I was actually surprised in the previous Google Buds that they didn't have it. I think a lot of people were, and that's why a lot of people held off on it. So the A series is really great if you don't want any of those features at a lower price point. But I believe, and I'm really be surprised if Google doesn't bring ANC in their next model. So right now you're hearing my voice via the earbuds themselves. Obviously, I'm playing a little bit of restaurant ambience here, just to give you an idea of background noise and how the earbuds isolates noise. Now, I'm pretty sure you're not able to hear any of that background noise. So if I just go a bit silent here, you can sort of hear that little, from the earbuds themselves, that they completely block it out. Now, if I was to let that sound come through, picked up via my lapel here, you're able to hear that quite clearly. And I have it, reasonable. It's not too loud, but it's sort of a little bit of a hum. So if you're using these outdoors or on the go, I think these earbuds are going to be perfect for you, especially if you have phone conversations or meetings and stuff, and you're out like at Starbucks or something. They're going to do a really good job at sort of blocking out that background noise. So I'm just going to stop that right there. And this is one of the reasons why I picked up these earbuds, just to have them, for quick meetings, quick phone conversations, and it's trying to find that right balance. Sometimes you get these cheaper earbuds that sound really great, but when it comes to mic quality, they sound really tinny or they're really distant, really far away. And it's just trying to find that right balance. And I think Google has found that. Now, overall, I'm quite happy with my purchase. I've had no issues with it besides a few minor things. Like, it sounds okay, and I think most people will be pretty happy with it. The lack of EQ controls makes it a bit difficult to tweak to suit your music preference, but I'm not gonna see like a lot of audiophiles go out there and buying these earbuds. Now, if you have any questions about the A series earbuds, please leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And if you did enjoy this video, I'll really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Helps the channel grow a little bit more. And thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate all your support. Till next time, see you later.